What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And, lately I've been studying Jobidin, the new language out. Of course, its founder, Joe Biden. And it's real tough. It's a tough situation because, see, Jobidin is very confusing. I think it's meant to be that way so that, you really can't hold anybody accountable for what they say, because Jobidin is designed to appear to make no sense. Oftentimes it is sprinkled in with a little bit of senilism, a bit of a double talk. There is the body language that's absolutely sporadic and all over the place with Jobidin. It often just inserts words that makes no sense in a sentence or anything. It is accompanied by a lack of details and memory. But I found out a new element of Jobidin, and that is lying or mocking or simply repeating what others say. In fact, I think Jobidin gets his origins from a rare bird called the lyrebird. Now, it's ironic that this bird is called the lyrebird because what the bird does, the bird pretends to be something that it's not, by mimicking the same sounds, okay? Just give you a little sample. Let's hear the lyrebird in mocking some of the things that we normally hear. And I mean, this is a great imitation. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's hear it. Wow, okay.
That was a camera shutter.
Wow. Y'all hear that?
And just to show off, he adds in the camera's motor drive. Now he's practically one of the paparazzi. The superb lyrebird can imitate nearly any sound he hears around him in the forest, though he rarely mimics man-made sounds in the wild. But when he gets his groove on, he can really let loose. A car alarm.
Whoa. This is amazing. What else?
And even a chainsaw felling trees. Maybe he should stick with something a little more romantic.
That right there is amazing. The lyrebird pretty much is lying. It's imitating all these different sounds in this environment to deceive other birds or people when it comes down to what he is or who he is or so on and so forth. But I think Jobidin has borrowed from the lyrebird because he often imitates or mimics a politician. Here's an example, and I've been trying to break it down. Here's an example of Jobidin mimicking what Donald Trump is already doing, okay? But he kind of disguises it. He's working on it. I'm sure some calculations in translation, but let's see what he has.
Tape for you all. This broke after we finished taping the first part of the show. They found Joe.
He did. Well, he found himself, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
He appeared, good.
No, he appeared in this, I guess, ad speech. I don't really know what it was, in a darkly lit, dim room in his house from Delaware. Basically talked a lot about criticizing the GOP response. He just wrapped up a live stream, which we stopped.
They managed
just watching
to
here.
Congratulations.
They managed
they figured out how to do a live
at the
stream.
beginning, I didn't see this, but he was like, "Is this thing on? Is the mic hot? Are we ready to go?" While we were live, so
pretty embarrassing.
Still some kinks to work out there. Okay. Nice job, Joe Biden campaign. But broadly, Crystal, what they're going to see. Actually, let's take a listen to that ad that he put out.
Here we go.
President Trump and Mitch McConnell are trying to put a corporate bailout ahead of millions of families. It's families. It's simply wrong. We should be focusing on families. The White House and the United States Senate Republicans have proposed a $500 billion slush fund for corporations with almost no conditions. And you don't have to tell Americans where it's going to go for months. You don't have to explain what you did with it. The Trump administration could allow money for stock buybacks, for executive pay. Republicans refuse to increase Social Security at the same time, to forgive student loans, to take the necessary steps to stop evictions, ensure food and nutrition for vulnerable families.
Now, I'm checking out the body language. Stanner, he's doing the things with his hands. He has the very serious look, because all of that plays a part into, mimicking a real politician. And the tight eyes, and then a whole bunch of words that just sounds good and kind of says what we're already doing, but sliding in just a little bit of extra, like, this is what I would do. So he's mimicking what Trump is already doing, but yet not. It's kind of weird. So let's continue to listen.
Senator McConnell should immediately allow a bipartisan vote on aggressive measures to help small businesses, workers, communities. Now, I'm pretty sure that's what they already did. So he's mimicking what the Republicans have already done. Let's continue. Reflect what they need and so they can get moving so we can help them now. This is a time to help families, communities, and small businesses.
Didn't we already do that? Wasn't that what the bailout bill package was about? Helping small businesses, families, companies stay in business. All of the things that was already in there. And then, of course, you had Nancy Pelosi and her crew slide into the last second and slide in a bunch of unnecessary garbage. But nonetheless, he is mimicking what Trump has already done. That's what he's doing. So I guess that's a part of Joe Biden as well. Let's listen.
People trying to pay their mortgages or their rent, student loans, urgent bills. They need help. They shouldn't have to pay for a corporate handout before they get the help they need. They need the help now.
I mean, it's almost like identical to what Trump and his administration are already doing. His ability to mimic or lie is amazing. Is amazing. So let's continue.
What you just saw there is exactly what we saw on the live stream. It has nothing to say, no concrete policy proposal. It's all like, we need to not give a bailout. Like, no talks about stock buybacks, specific provisions. None of this inspires confidence. And same with his live stream. You're just like, we need medical supplies to be given to the states. I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but that's not like a revolutionary idea at a time of like immense panic and crisis.
Right. It's like, we need more tests. We're like, yes, we know. We're aware of it.
So basically, he's parroting or mimicking what everybody already knows and what the Trump administration has said and is doing. Because, of course, you know, being the Lyrebird imitator that he is, he doesn't really have his own, you know, signature political view and stance and policies. So what he does, he says, let me go ahead and borrow from Trump and from his administration and just simply throw what he said is he's doing already out there to you. And then for some reason act as if it's not really being done. And I'm the one that's coming up with it. So it's a hot mix of mimicking plus lying. Thus, he wins the Lyrebird / Joe Biden New Language That Nobody Understands Award of the week. Okay, so that's his beautiful insight for all of you out there that is looking to vote for Joe Biden. First thing you got to do is start brushing up on Joe Biden. Learning that it's going to take some time. And then afterwards, you got to ask yourself, is this man going to be able to bring anything else new to the table? Or is he simply going to be pulled by his puppet strings by whomever is behind that camera telling him what to say, which apparently they don't know what they're doing either, because all they did is made him say what Trump and his administration are already doing. There you have it. But I got to give it to him. I mean, it was beautifully executed. He was mimicking everything that Trump and his administration is doing to a T. And he even slid in, you know, some lies as if Trump and his administration hasn't done that. So the title fits it. Yep. Yeah, he's the Lyrebird imitator / new compriser of Joe Biden. Don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so God bless you. Don't forget, check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30. On Facebook, YouTube, and my radio blog talk show. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and the notification button. And also, check out Extreme Tees. If you like something, put my name in the promo code, Kevin. You'll get a 20% discount. If you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link in the bottom of this video to do that as well. And find me and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, God bless you. Next time in Kevin's Corner.